It's week 16 of the 2025 season, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Falcons and the Jets coming up next.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get to the Here now, Younghoe Koo to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Second down and 3. Another run here with Hall. Hall, a first down and more. He brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They'll go again with Hall. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And you talk about a guy who's been running with a purpose here in the first half, Mike. I mean, not only hitting the holes and accelerating through them, but as the numbers telling you, he might be on his way to a big, big ball game.
They'll run. It's Hall. Good blocking, and he's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Jets. That touchdown number 30 on the year, one shy of LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 31 touchdowns set back in 2006. Here's Michael Badgley for the point after. It's up and good. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, and they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. He'll manage only a couple. Will McDonald, their tackle. Third and long. Cousins now. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He'll have a Jets first down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give to Hall. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Ellis.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. You're not going to get away with it at this level.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. Cousins. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. A-Rod now to throw on first down. He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. That's a short one, taken in by Conklin.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal. It's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. 2nd and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
3rd and goal for Aaron Rodgers. It is brought in the end zone. Allen Lazard. Touchdown, New York. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Ray McLeod going to bring it out. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here comes Drake London. The rest of that Atlanta offense getting set to take over once more. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Cousins to throw. We'll get this to Pitts once more. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Here's Gibson to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Jets offense and Breece Hall getting set for this next drive. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check out where he ranked in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend. Play action now with Rodgers. Down the field, he's got his receiver, Lazard. And he will score. Allen Lazard. Touchdown, New York. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Badgley's extra point is good. And the Jets will take a 21-7 lead. Both team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. That'll be caught by McLeod. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down, Cousins. To the right, that's Pitts. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, keeping his eyes downfield, knowing that pressure is coming. He's able to buy just enough time by leaving the pocket, but ultimately allows him to get that ball out right as he was getting hit.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Quinnen Williams there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing his Cousins. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. That one takes it. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Jets have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and that'll set up 4th down. That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Quinnen Williams there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Cousins. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. The big fella, Quinnen Williams, forcing his way in for the sack. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. Well, that is a fitting end to this drive. Nothing works He loses yardage on third down. Here comes fourth down. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Rodgers on first down. That is left side and taken in by Allen. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Pass caught right side by Conklin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing now, Cousins. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They go play action with Cousins. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Whose kick is good. And the Falcons cut the deficit a bit.
Personal foul.
The new score is now 21 to 10. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. Xavier Gibson now to take it out of the end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached halftime here in this 11-point game. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. A first down throw for Cousins. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The Falcons getting their punter out there, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now, Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Hall. A pickup there of 13. And the Jets have a 1st down. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the give, it's Hall. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and a yard. On the run, here's Hall. And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line. And that is enough for a 1st down.
That's good for the Jets. 1st down.
Here's Rodgers. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Not just a 1st down, but reception number 70 on the season. From the gun, Rodgers. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Rodgers going up top again. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Breece Hall, touchdown Jets. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Badgley's extra point is good. And the Jets will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Cousins now on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Here's a 3rd and 10. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to lead to 4th down. The Falcons send their punting unit out, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down. Now Rodgers. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day. I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to them, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Play action now. It's Cousins. Working across the field. He's got London. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Cousins now to throw on first down. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. On the give, it's Robinson. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Second down, Cousins. To the right, that's Pitts. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now, Cousins. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are back within 2 scores. So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores. Begin this drive with 1st down. Cousins to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Cousins going to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Cousins. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Williams. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, We'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Rodgers now. The open man is Wilson. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run with the former Badger Braylon Allen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And he'll get about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
Rodgers going to give this to Allen. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Jets first down.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. A run here with Hall. Stop at the 6. And that sets up 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Rodgers to throw. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And now it's 4th and goal. Badgley's kick is good. And the Jets add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Cousins. That one is caught by Mooney. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He fires downfield for Pitts. He's got it. And he's in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run with Allen. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down. Another run here with Hall. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Hall. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes third down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now, deep ball for London. That's hard. And he'll be taken down at the 30. Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores, and it's 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. This is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's complete to McLeod. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will cut the deficit to 7. The timeouts are gone, so this becomes a must. They're going to line up for the onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
last one in the win column for the Jets. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory.